What if the world's longest treasure hunt promised unimaginable riches, but delivered only danger, loss, and unanswered questions, and cost millions, all without a single confirmed piece of treasure being found? Welcome to the mystery of Oak Island. This small, unassuming island off the coast of Nova Scotia, Canada, is home to one of history's most baffling and enduring legends, the Money Pit. It's a story that starts way back in 1795 with a teenager named Daniel McGinnis. While exploring the island, he discovered a strange, circular depression in the ground. Directly above it, a tree branch had been sawed off, and there were markings from a block and tackle system. McGinnis's curiosity was piqued. He thought he found buried pirate treasure. He grabbed his buddies, John Smith and Anthony Vaughan, and they started digging together. Just a couple of feet down, they hit a layer of flagstones. 10 feet deeper, they found a layer of oak logs. Then another layer of logs at 20 feet, and another at 30. This wasn't natural. Someone had gone to extraordinary lengths to bury something here. But as they dug, the work became too difficult, and they had to abandon their search for now. But the story didn't end there. 9 years later, a company called the Onslow Company was formed to continue the excavation. They returned to the pit and picked up where the boys left off. They dug past the 30-foot mark, finding layers of charcoal, putty, and coconut fiber every 10 feet. At a whopping 90 feet down, they stumbled upon an amazing find. A huge stone tablet, totally covered in weird symbols. No one could decipher the inscription at the time, but years later, a Halifax professor supposedly translated it. The cryptic message read, 40 feet below, 2 million pounds lie buried. 2 million pounds. This discovery fueled the treasure fever like never before. The team pushed on, but the very next day, they found the pit flooded with seawater. It seemed someone had built an ingenious booby trap. This is where the real challenge began. The water was the ultimate guardian of the secret. For the next 200 years, dozens of individuals and syndicates would try their luck. They brought in steam pumps, drilling equipment, and modern technology. They dug parallel shafts and intersecting tunnels, trying to bypass the water traps. Every time they thought they were getting close, the pit would suddenly flood, or the bottom of the shaft would just give way to a deep, dark void below. The island seemed cursed. A prophecy emerged, stating that 7 men must die before the treasure could be found. To date, 6 men have lost their lives in pursuit of the Oak Island treasure, adding a grim reality to the legend. So, what could possibly be buried here that's worth all this effort, expense, and tragedy? The theories are as wild and varied as the people who've chased them. The most popular theory is pirate treasure. Captain Kidd is a frequent suspect. Just before his capture and execution in 1701, he allegedly boasted of having buried a vast treasure. Some believe he chose Oak Island for its remote location. Another infamous pirate, Blackbeard, was also known to bury his loot, and Oak Island fits the profile of his hiding spots. The layers of oak logs and the elaborate booby traps certainly feel like something a paranoid pirate would construct. Then there's the Knights Templar theory. This one suggests that the legendary treasure of the Templars, spirited away from Europe after their persecution in the early 14th century, found its way to Oak Island. Proponents point to supposed Templar symbols found on the island and the incredible engineering of the pit, which they argue was beyond the capabilities of pirates. Could the Holy Grail or the Ark of the Covenant be at the bottom of this watery shaft? It's a tantalizing thought. Another fascinating idea involves the British military. During the American Revolution, the British Army had a major naval base in nearby Halifax. The theory goes that they used Oak Island as a secret treasury to store army payrolls or funds to finance their war effort. The Royal Engineers could easily build the pit. Some even connect the mystery to Sir Francis Bacon and the original manuscripts of William Shakespeare. This theory suggests that Bacon, a leading intellectual of his time, was the true author of Shakespeare's plays. To protect this secret and a trove of other priceless documents, he orchestrated their burial in a complex vault on Oak Island, designed using Rosicrucian principles. The strange symbols on the stone slab are sometimes linked to Baconian ciphers. And you can't forget about the Marie Antoinette theory. When the French Revolution broke out, the French crown jewels supposedly vanished. A lady-in-waiting loyal to the Queen supposedly smuggled them out of France and used the French Navy to hide them on Oak Island. Despite centuries of effort, the main treasure remains elusive, but the search has yielded some intriguing clues. In the 1970s, a team sent a camera down a deep borehole known as 10X. The grainy footage revealed what looked like a human hand, a chest, and possibly a body. But when divers went down to investigate, the visibility was zero, and the cavern had collapsed. Brothers Rick and Marty Lagina are on an exciting treasure hunt, and you can catch all the action on the Curse of Oak Island using modern technology like metal detectors, ground-penetrating radar, and heavy machinery. They've made some of the most significant discoveries in the island's history. They've found old coins, including a Roman coin, a medieval lead cross possibly linked to the Templars, and traces of human bone deep within the money pit area. They've also found evidence of a paved area, dubbed the Stone Roadway, and even hints of gold in the water. Each discovery adds a new layer to the puzzle, but also raises more questions. Where did the coconut fiber come from, hundreds of years before it was common in North America? Who had the resources and engineering knowledge to build such a complex system of flood tunnels? And what are they protecting? Is the Oak Island money pit the site of the world's greatest buried treasure? Or is it just the world's most elaborate and expensive hole in the ground? Maybe the treasure isn't gold or jewels, but the story itself a captivating mystery that has drawn people together in a shared quest for adventure and discovery for over 2 centuries. The search continues, and as long as it does, the legend of Oak Island will live on. Thanks for watching. If you love a good mystery, like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's greatest unsolved puzzles, only here on Forgotten Clues.